Hello, and welcome to Transform and Roll Out, Episode 7. Okay, now remember when I said we were doing something different this season? Something completely unheard of. Well, today's the day. As in, this season doesn't just have one DM. Starting today, I pass the torch to the next few episodes to Kilo, who will be taking over, as you are.
Hello, Kilo here, and welcome back to Transform and Roll Out, Season 3. This is going to be a continuation of Season 2, Episode 11. So if you haven't checked that one out, we highly recommend it. But if you don't have time for that, we will do our best to give you all the information you'll need. In this season, we have plans to do something we've never heard of or seen anywhere else, and we're excited to show you. Now then, let's introduce everyone, and let's get started by order of appearance from the first stand of the Wreckers with Hexamis. Describe who you play and give us a very brief summary of what they did in Season 2.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Hex, and I play as a synthwave, one of, or I guess, originally twins, but soon to be found out that there is a third, so it's triplets. Synthwave is mint green and fuchsia striped. She is a rescue bot, and her alt mode is a helicopter. And obviously from the name Synthwave, she loves music and she's very bubbly and boisterous.
Thank you. Clickbait, would you describe who you play and give us a very brief summary of what they did in Season 2?
Hi guys, I play Allegory. She is in the Autobot Intelligence Division. She's a silver bot with purple accents on her wings. She can change her colors, and this season I suppose, she joined up with a group in the Wreckers, and currently I'm not sure what she's doing. She was trying to get to a bunker, but then there was a giant bright flash of light, so I don't know what she's doing right now.
Awesome. Lapis, would you mind describing who you play and give us a very brief summary of what they did in Season 2?
Yeah, hi guys, I'm playing Smolder. Wait, apparently the DM swapped this on us and we're going back to Season 2. Anyways, I play Frostfang. She is a big blue dragon with big blue wings, little yellow horns, and just generally a lot of blue. But in Season 2, she was a maximal senator who was working towards getting peace and everything with Cybertron. She wanted to help, connect the two worlds, her home planet and then Cybertron. But she got snatched by some no good people, and they forcefully turned her from, she used to be a motorcycle, and then they experimented on her and turned her into a cyber organic. And then she joined up with the Wreckers in search of answers. Last time I saw her, she was sticking her wing through a flickering force field to go kick the absolute living scrap out of Zeta Prime because Zeta just killed Borg. That's all.
Awesome. Thank you. And finally, Onyx, describe who you will be playing for us this episode.
I wish I could tell you I'm playing Cross Summit, but that is not the case. Today I will be playing additional voices for you, DM. I'll be playing the Little Hive Bot and Papa Vector Prime.
Awesome. Peepaw is back.
Peepaw!
And finally, I am Kilobyte, and I'll be your DM, your Primus, your god for this round. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah?
Yes.
Heck yeah!
Okay, so we rewind a few days prior to Episode 6 of Eons. Takes us a few hours before the events of Episode 3. Twinkling sparkles of small green light surround each of you, then a flash of white lights engulfs your vision. You all drop from 5 feet in the air onto a white marbled floor and room, in front of a large oval desk, with the letters in all caps facing your direction, TBD. Gold-infused marbled pillars can be seen throughout this large room. There appears to be chairs, one for each of you. A voice comes from the other side of the counter.
Oh! I got it working.
What?
Oh, never mind. Please have a seat. Orientation will be starting shortly.
Where
Orientation?
are we?
What?
This
What's
must
going
be
on?
all very disorienting, and I promise it will all make sense shortly.
Okay, I will take a seat.
I'm gonna sit next to Frost.
Where are we?
A squared body bot on 3 wheels with a skinny neck and a rectangular head, 2 large circular eyes beneath a small voice box that lights up when they make a sound, says,
The 3 of you come from a universe which we've dubbed 716. You have been selected to help us here at the TBD. You may be asking yourself, where am I? What is the TBD? What's happened to my home? All good questions. You are at the Time Bureau Department. We are the first line of defense against the multiverse threats. Oh, and my name is Hive, which stands for High Intelligence Viewing Engine. I am one of many bots who work here who share one mind and watch the multiverse. Now, are you ready for orientation?
Wait, back up a little bit there. You've lost me at hi.
Oh.
What about our world?
Hi.
Oh, your world is fine. It'll continue from where you are. But, yeah.
Wait,
Orientation?
but our world... No, our world can't continue from where we are. We're people who are going to die.
Oh, once you help us out, we'll help you out. It's all part of the process.
Promise?
Wait,
Thousands of bots will die. We can't...
Can you
Thousands
bring
of
back those we
universes will
lost?
die. Well, no.
I'm gonna look at I was gonna say Scorchfire because your username says Scorchfire.
Hi.
I'm gonna look at Synthwave because
so confused.
right before this, Borg died in front of me, and
I
I'm
was
going
just
to look
walking down the
concerned.
hallway. I don't...
In front of us,
Oh
actually.
my! You don't know. You don't even know.
Aw,
Yeah, I'm
where's
not gonna
Borg?
tell you yet. Oh.
You see,
He I don't think we should talk about this right now. It's a little bit much to add on to what we're currently dealing with.
But then where is he? If he got left behind, he'll die too. He can't fight Zeta on his own.
Allegory, he's already dead.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think, Frostfang, is it? The blue one?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, Frostfang's correct. We showed up just a little bit too late, and there was a little bit of a mix-up with the force field thing going on. It made it really difficult to hone
You
in
could
on.
have saved him if you had been there sooner.
If you can't even
Well-
save one bot, how can we trust you to save an entire planet?
As I said, orientation. This way, please.
As they say that, the wall next to them opens up like a door, revealing another bot that looks exactly like this one.
Greetings. Follow me this way.
I'm
Look
just
at
gonna
twins.
look blankly at Synthwave and Allegory, and shrug.
I'm gonna take Frostfang's hand, and then with my other hand, I'm gonna take Allegory's hand, and give them both this little squeeze, and start walking.
Yeah, I give you a squeeze back.
I'm just gonna squeeze your hand back too.
You follow the small bot, who is roughly 9 feet tall, rolling across the hallways into another large room. This one is filled with monitors, and several hive bots roaming around. On these monitors appears to be other universes that are being invaded by flying bots with black bodies, gray limbs, and a singular red eye.
Those we call sweep, and the agency is trying to find ways to deal with them. I don't think they were in your universe, though.
No, I've never seen
No.
something like that.
Yeah.
That's not something we've ever encountered. I've never
I don't
even
think
seen
we
that
want
on my own planet.
Unfortunately, it's only a matter of time.
It sounds ominous.
Oh, as in like it's a guarantee?
If we don't stop what the bad things that are coming.
Again, I feel like it's more important for us to take care of our world than a world that we'll never see.
As you say this, 2 large bots stand in the middle, staring at the screens, giving orders to the hive bots. Both of them are wearing capes. The one on the left appears to have a black and white cape, whose features appear that of the knights of old, shining even though there appears to be no light source, bright enough to cause it. The one on the right wears a golden blue cape, although he himself is colored white with light blue lines with features that look smooth and futuristic, as all of his limbs appeared detached and floating near their body.
Are these the new wreckers?
That is correct.
Splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Historius, and to my right is, well, we don't know what his name is, since we can't really understand him. We can't really understand him at all that well yet, so thou can call him the Nameless One. We are missing one of our members, whose name is Era, but he is currently accompanying an injured recruit. But before you are the current council of the TBD.
The TBD? This is... What? I realize your little friend earlier said something, but we got a bit caught up in our own stories. What is this place? What are we... Why did you bring us here?
The TBD is a Time Bureau department. Thou hast been selected for thy resilience and for being known to complete the task at hand, no matter the cost. And this is one of those situations.
I see. Well, we were told that if we help you, you can help us with our own world. As wreckers, we're here to help, right, guys?
I don't know if we're that good.
Yeah, and what about our home? About
Also, if I
all
do I
the
get a
bots?
key?
Allegory,
We don't save our
we're
planet,
fighting,
and Cross Summit died in vain.
we're fighting a losing battle out there. You didn't see what Synthwave and I saw. I was so close to getting to Zeta before we were brought here, but he has a ridiculously powerful army. And real quick, DM, did Frostfang see Lunastar go down?
No, it was just Synthwave.
It was just okay. I couldn't quite remember. We don't have the numbers, Allegory. I know we went in and we wanted to do our best, and we have done what we can, but if we have the possibility of gaining more help, then we can save our planet. We can save our world.
Thy timeline shall continue to flow as normal. When the job is done, thou shalt be returned to thy time. The quicker thou completes thy job, the quicker thou shalt return.
So our time is
How can you
frozen
help
now,
us?
then? Our world?
No, your world continues moving forward.
Oh.
We can't freeze every single timeline.
Can you freeze ours?
But at the moment, with the power we have, we cannot.
Oh, my Luna.
But that is but a speck in the bigger schemes of the timelines. There's a much bigger threat that threatens to raise not just thy timeline, but all. Once we deal with this threat, the TBD shall assist you in defeating thy Zeta Prime.
So you're saying that our world is a speck, but it's still our speck, and if you can't even arrive on time to save us, and save all of us, how can you possibly manage to save an entire population, or an entire part of a population that we've already worked so hard to save?
Well, we've been having a lot of technical difficulties recently, but we're trying to keep all the threats in line and keep them from falling apart.
That's not
We
totally
need to
reassuring.
discuss this amongst ourselves a little.
Group huddle.
You can
Huddle,
take
huddle,
the time,
huddle.
but
Girls
Huddle,
only
huddle,
huddle.
huddle, huddle.
No boys allowed! No boys allowed!
Get out of
Stinky
here.
boys, go away.
Get out of here, stinky boys.
time
With your
time
capes.
waits for no one.
Take your cape and your fancy accent out of here, sir.
Okay, we're huddling.
Huddle, huddle, huddle.
What's the plan, team?
Got my arms on your guys' shoulders, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've got my wings blocking all of us
Heck yeah.
from view.
Yes. Home.
What do you guys think?
So timeline is moving.
So many people are gonna die, but so many people are gonna die if we do, and so many people are gonna die if we don't.
I think more people are gonna die if we don't help.
But everyone we know might be gone by the time we come back.
I mean, some of them already are. I mean, Borg was shock.
Or
It-
Luna went down right before we left. I don't know if she's okay.
What about the people we left behind? Hey, DM, did my minicons come with me?
Did mine?
They were doing recon with me.
You look on your person and your minicons are with you.
Oh,
They are?
Spark.
They're
Oh.
they're inside of your compartments.
Okay. Well, I've got my little guys there. but my girlfriend is not here.
What about the people that we left behind, like Owl and Quatron, and there's so many people who might die, but they might also be okay. I don't know what to do.
Well, we can't just go back. I mean, that's, I guess, how it seems anyway, right? I mean
Yeah, I don't. We're
when
in a situation where
the
we
timeline's been
can
moving
deny
the whole
this,
time.
but. Mm-hmm.
Might as well. We're already here. I suppose the added resources are better to have than just to go back in a timeline where the people fighting the war just vanished.
I think that if we do this as they ask and we do it quickly, we'll be able to save both. We can save everyone.
I suppose we can do our best.
I agree. And I put my hand into like the center.
I put my hand in too. Records on 3.
Wreck and roll, guys.
2, 1.
Wreck and roll.
Wreck and
roll. Okay,
Okay,
so
right.
we're around.
Take it you've agreed to join us?
We have.
Yeah.
Good. Now art thou prepared for thy orientation?
I suppose.
Yeah.
Splendid. Sorry.
It's so exciting.
Wait a minute, that
was
sounded way too
adorable.
sinister.
That was kind of scary. I
I feel like
changed
we're
my
about to
mind.
get shadow played, guys.
That was a villain.
Splendid. Let us begin.
You don't get to redo that. We have to keep that. The first one.
He
so
did.
excited.
He
the
didn't
the
use.
first one's pretty good.
First one's great.
He then uses a remote control to change channels and show you a singular line.
PowerPoint presentation. I wasn't prepared for a PowerPoint presentation.
Now, how doth Era say this again? Ah, yes.
Suddenly, you hear a father clock chime, and a small bronze gear appears, spiraling and growing larger and larger,
Tardy as ever.
followed by the nameless one. Do you want me to go bwom beam bwom
Yeah,
bwom?
yeah. I
Okay.
want you to do that. Yeah.
Bwom
That's
beam
correct.
bwom bwom. A voice can be heard from within the gear, and a portal opens up at the center of it.
It's I, Vector Prime, arriving precisely on time for, what was the word?
A white and golden Cybertronian now stands before you, a purple head and an ancient being of old time. Sorry, as Historius chimes in,
It's orientation.
No, don't tell me. It's, It's,
This happens every time. The word thou art looking for is orientate.
in time!
I'm gonna look at you
Historians,
guys.
just don't wind me up. It's come back to me. It's just a tick. Now, who's ready for orientation?
I'm gonna look at
Me, 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 me,
Frostfang
me, me,
and
me, me.
think, like, what is going on? And are these
I'm so
people
excited.
for real?
I don't know why.
Yeah, I've got like a fond / amused like expression on my face. There's something about this guy that I like.
I'm gonna raise
He
my
makes me
hand.
full of whimsy.
I suppose I'm ready.
You ready? Perfect. Now then, where was I? Oh yes, there are the 4 cyber planet keys we must find before. No, wait, that's a different tale. Oh wait, I remember. Okay.
I love
and
people.
he points to a singular line on the monitor.
Now, your universe is just one of infinite timelines we refer to as threads. A timeline or universe you could say that shares the most similarities we call fine threads, and the most differences and natures alike we call those coarse threads. As a traveler of the multiverse, I strongly suggest avoiding those.
And as he is describing this, the singular line on the screen branches, showing the ones closest to the original line as fine threads, and branches that almost go perpendicular to the original as coarse threads. Vector Prime then leans down from his 30 feet of height.
There's one more piece of information I think you should all know about. It, what was it?
Vector Prime's face goes stale and his eyes turn white as he stands there completely motionless.
Your journey will bring you nothing but misery and pain and death. Synthwave of Caminus will sacrifice themselves for another. Allegory of Cybertron will rust to death alone and forgotten. Frostfang of your cars will truly know fear as they are killed by those who see monsters in others.
Vector Prime shakes softly and his optics slowly return to normal and continues talking as if he didn't hear the words he just said.
Oh, yes! You may be wondering, if I go back in time and change a specific event, will that affect me or my original timeline? In short, no. In elongated terms, depending on how far back you go, will determine if you created a fine thread universe or a coarse thread universe in comparison to the original timeline. Good. Now, for some reason I have the worst headache. Perhaps it is time for my medication and a recharge. Where is my room?
Right this way. Hive, will you be so kind as to escort our founder and ex-council member to their room? They've had a tiresome day and are talking nonsense.
Excuse?
I raise my hand.
Synthwave is just tearing up.
Of course. Oh, Mr. Prime, this way.
Excuse me, Mr. Vector Prime, sir.
No.
What did you mean?
A little Hivebot takes Vector Prime's hand and wanders out of the room.
I'm still raising
I'm
my
gonna look
hand.
at Frostfang.
My apologies, he is old and hasn't been taking his medication.
Yeah, you wanna fill me in on what he meant by we're all gonna die?
He rambles from time to time, it means nothing.
As someone who believes in Vector Prime and has that out of character, has that chosen as their religion, he's known to be able to see things. That had to be a premonition, right? Are we?
No, he rambles all day and none of it comes true. I'm sorry, it's just old age is getting to him.
Synthwave is just like wiping the little tears in her eyes.
Allegory's not sure what's going on, but she's gonna get to the bottom of it.
3 Hivebots enter the room and approach each of you holding out their hands with 2 devices. A wrist strap device with 5 notches and a display screen. Each notch glows a bright green. And Historius explains,
These are TBD watches. Each will be uniquely assigned to your Spark signature and can only be used by you. They will keep track of any new threads you explore and give you an indicator on how different it is to you with the following. Level 1, Find Thread. A lot of similarities. 1 or 2 small things are different. Level 2, Find Thread. Some similarities. Some major events have changed, but they still share the majority of the results. Level 3, Find Thread. Share only 1 or 2 similarities. Major events can be drastically different, and or characters may have never met. And finally, Level 1, Core Strand. Characters are vastly different. Anything greater than a Level 1 Core Strand we would recommend to avoid. Now it takes 2 notches on the watches to perform a jump, although the watches degrade by 1 notch per day, so be aware of yourselves. The second device,
and Historius points to the small gun in the Hivebot's hands.
This is a Forget-Me Ray, good for 2 uses. If you ever encounter yourself or someone hostile, use this to calm them down or remove their memories. Though, do keep in mind, primes and larger targets may require more than 1 blast from these things. Any questions?
A lot?
Yeah. Honestly, there's been so much information that I don't even remember my questions, so just keep going.
The Hivebots hand over the watches and Forget Me Rays, and Historius continues.
Now, we will be splitting you into 2 teams. Team Frostfang and Allegory, we require the 2 of you to investigate an anomaly in Dimension 515. It's a dimension we have frozen to protect it from the sweeps. Yet an anomaly has surfaced, and we need to identify who is causing it and return them to the TBD, so we may identify how they can move in the timeline and why they are there. Once the anomaly is brought in and we have gathered all the information required, we will determine if that is a threat or we will return them to the correct timeline. May Primus shine his light on you all.
We're splitting us up?
And as he says this, on each of your watches, two notches start to glow bright, and you
Bruh,
see a blue
again?
and green particle effects
Wait a
around
minute,
you.
wait a minute, I don't want to get
As
split
a
up.
sudden
No.
flash of white light appears, and
I'm
you're
trying to
both
hold
gone.
Bye, Synthwave! I love you!
And you're both gone.
Why are you doing that?
Synthwave.
I swipe my hands at the air
We're
where
going
you
to
just were.
515 though. That's for
Come
Greece.
back, please come back, please come back, please come back. I don't want to be alone. Please come back. I don't want to be alone.
Synthwave, I need you to roll me a perception check.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah, homie.
you are a terrible person. I hope you know that.
Whoa! Be nice to our DM or he'll kill you.
Wait, well, he's already done that.
Fight
Bye, Allegory.
I got a 19.
19.
I did
Have a
good.
decent
Okay.
walk.
I'm alone. Give it to me. I'm all by myself.
Oh, wow.
The way your companions teleported reminds you a lot
Why?
of Cross
Oh my
Summit.
God. Happening.
And you feel a sense of wholeness when the watch is on your wrist.
Boy.
I kind of like hug my newfound wristwatch kind of close to my chest. A little sad now.
As you do that, Historius turns to you, Synthwave, and says,
Synthwave, your mission is to meet with one of our other agents by the name of Scorchfire and help them out on their mission in Dimension 716_S2.
Girls trip.
We have also noticed that Scorchfire's watch has run out of energy, so we are providing you with a replacement.
he gives you the replacement watch, and 2 notches brighten on your watch. You see blue and green particles surround you as a sudden flash of white light appears, and you are gone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bro.
And now it's time for a second half of the episode.
There's so much happening right now. I don't even know what to do.
Can't believe you.
Can't believe you've done this to me.
That suspense is killing me.
How dare you?
Oh, just your way. We're up next, bud.
Oh my god.
Oh, so you wait.
I need to have a serious
Thank you.
conversation with the DMs here about
Hey,
this
it
emotional
was good.
roller coaster that I'm on. I was not prepared.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You guys are
Nobody
terrible.
was. But welcome back to Transform and Roll Out Season 3, Eons, Episode 7. First things first, this will be the continuation of Episode 6, Domina and Red Gender Bent Scorchfire's Adventure. Here's the plan. You'll tell me which character you're playing as and give us a short description, and we'll get started. So, Celeste, would you be so kind to describe who you will be playing and give us a brief summary of what they look like and their current thoughts and goals?
My name is Celeste, and I'll be playing as Domino Fabula. She is a Cybertronian train, not a mech, bot from another timeline. And currently, she has been rescued by another bot that seems has the same kind of equipment that allows them to jump timelines. At the moment, she is hoping that this next jump will help her get back to her original goal of finding the anomaly that she missed in previous episodes.
Awesome. Thank you. And Onyx, would you describe who you play and give us a very brief summary of what they look like and their current thoughts and goals?
Yes. I'm playing a red gender bent Scorchfire who is all red with some red flames on him. He recently have jumped timelines and is looking at this beautiful tall lady who he just helped fend off an alligator. Yeah. And he wants out of the stinky sewage place, and he is currently trying to find a safe haven.
Awesome. Thank you. And finally, I am Kilobyte, and I'll be your DM. Your prime is your god for this round. Are you ready to get started?
Oh boy, am I.
Let me take another 2 more cups of coffee for this, and I'll be ready now. Let's go.
We follow Domina and Scorchfire as they make their way out of the sewers. What sort of conversations are the two of you having as you make your way through the maze of tunnels that it's underneath underneath Caminus?
Thank you for saying me back there.
Yeah, no problem. So what's a tall lady bot like you doing in a place like this?
I was with someone earlier, but I lost sight of them.
Like
It's-
with or just with someone?
No, not with. Just we just were chased back around. Sorry, getting tongue tied here. Give me a second. No, not with someone. We were both avoiding these guards that are in this. Excuse my language. This dimension. It's all very confusing. So we thought we'd be safe
Dimension?
here.
So you're familiar with the whole multiverse thing? Cool. So pretty lucky for a small, strong lad like myself to show up and help you with that alloy gator back there, huh?
Oh yes, I was very blessed of your presence right there. My previous trip has me weakened. At times I do get these headaches, and my skills are not as great as they originally are.
That's unfortunate. We'll have to get some supplies here soon. Do you have a ship or something to get us off world? Maybe, perhaps?
No, since this is a whole new region for us, my ship is farther than what we usually have for missions. I can communicate with them, but it is too risky to bring them down here, seeing how this is a functionist type of timeline.
Yes, those seem to be quite popular. I'm not a fan myself, but you know. Oh, this might be rude of me to say, but what was your name again?
Domina. You can call me Domina. And I have forgotten what was your name too. I do apologize for that.
Oh, you can call me Scorchfire, but most people call me Scorchmas.
Scorchimus. Okay, Scorchfire it is then.
He chuckles as well.
As you're having these conversations, a few hours have passed of you twisting and turning in the tunnels. You reach the end of a tunnel and find a ladder that leads out of the sewers. What would you like to do?
I would like to awkwardly, when I'm going up the ladder, is the ladder big enough for both of us?
Climb at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Many
I'd
big
like to
gods live in
awkwardly,
Uncommonness.
but purposely, awkwardly, place my hand next to her hand as we're going up the ladder.
So they're climbing the ladder at the same time then.
According to the DM, yes.
It
okay.
seems so, yes. You're climbing together. Roll me a blushing check. No, I'm kidding. That doesn't exist.
Wait, hold on. I gotta find that. Where's that? DM, what is that?
Constitution,
Where's
probably.
Constitution? Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Oh god. Private's help.
Oh, good. I have good con. Look at that. An 8. Okay, well, not a lot to show.
Yeah, you don't turn.
I'm already red.
You're
so...
already red, so it's hard to tell. Yes.
Whew, okay. Domino feels
sorry, I put my hand there.
So Domino feels the hand brushing, but she moves her hand right away, and she takes a step back, allowing Scorchfire to go up instead. You can go first, since you're much smaller than me. It's easier for you to dodge any attacks if something were to happen up there.
Oh, yes, of course. And I wanted to give you a good view anyway, so I'll keep going.
Oh my god.
Do I need to roll perception or something? Or does she need to roll perception?
Do you wanna check him out?
Yeah, let me do that because it's getting interesting for her too. Let me just where am I at? Where's the rolls? And what is my perception here? Do I have any extra?
What is
0.
happening right now, guys?
It's become a dating sim.
Yeah, I didn't realize that we were playing dating sim Domina X Scorchfire. Good lord.
I'm a bit jealous.
Game is in production right now.
Season 2.
Ooh, a 20.
Oh god!
You look him up and down from head to toe. Tell me highlights that you find interesting.
The dice gods chip it.
She's never been attracted to the last red mech she was attracted to was many years ago, so that's kind of nice. She's digging the flames on his design.
Nice. And as Scorchfire continues to climb up, you reach the sewer, the manhole cover, and you push it upwards. It wasn't locked or anything like that. And as you climb out of the tunnels, you find yourselves closer to the main city, a bunch of stacks of smoke coming everywhere, and you've noticed that there's a bunch of guards patrolling the streets up and down. You're just in a alleyway right now between two buildings. And as you're surveying your surroundings, Domina follows suit. And Domina, you find yourself back at the same spot where you met the bot that called himself the Arisen. Yeah, so as you take all of this and you're kind of trying to understand like all the twists and turns from the tunnels that brought you back to the same place, you get a ding from your communicator. It seems like the tunnels were blocking the signal. Would you like to open the message?
Yes.
As you open the message, you've received a message from Neko that reads, Captain Domina, what is your status? We have lost track of the anomaly. And have you identified the new anomaly in your vicinity? Do you need backup? P.S. We are stranded here for a few more days, still fixing the ship's engine.
Oh, goodness. Thank Primus. They're all alright. Scorchfire, please give me a moment. My crew has been able to contact me. I need to give them the respond.
Yeah, of course. I'll keep a lookout and try not to get too distracted by your presence at all.
Alrighty. Could I ask you to keep an eye out for us then?
Yes, I'll keep one eye out there and one eye over here.
Enough.
Hi, Primus!
Not right now, boy.
I can't with this. This is great.
Okay, so I just speak out what I'm going to reply back to Neko, right?
Yes, you can send them. You can text them back.
Okay. Neko, I am doing well. Yes, I did lose the anomaly earlier, but I have a second one with me, and they are aiding me. Do not send more members to this Caminus. It is a functionist-based world. Please do your best to fix the ship, and have the medics ready for when I arrive. I will inform you when you could come back for me. For now, stay safe and communicate with main timeline. Sent.
You send the message. A few minutes pass. You receive another one from Nico that says, Understood, Captain. We'll keep everything secured. We'll prepare the med bay and we will fix the ship. Please let us know if anything happens. We will be there as soon as possible and rescue you.
At this moment, Dominus moves her device to take a picture of Scorchfire, and she sends an okay hand to Eneko.
You take a picture of Scorchfire.
Yes.
Roll me a sneak to see if he hears the click or the flash from the
he
camera.
catches you in poses. I hope he catches you in poses.
I was just about to
Oh
ask,
my gosh, where is it? Oh no! It's a 3.
A 3. The flash goes off. The flash goes off, and you can in Scorchfire you can clearly see like the flash is coming from where Domina is behind you.
Are you taking a photo of me?
Have you heard that phrase? If you like it, take a picture of it.
Why have a picture when you can have the real thing?
Because there's no time right now.
My Primus.
That's fair. That's fair.
As you say that, a flash of light, a big flash of light, comes from around the corner of the alleyway, and you receive another ding from Neko. Do you want to open the new message as the light keeps getting bigger and bigger, covering your optics?
Yes, she wants to do her best to read that message before that light blinds her.
Okay, so as you're looking at the message as quickly as you can, the message reads, Captain, a new anomaly is starting to appear near your location. This is the third one in this timeline. This has never happened before. What do you suggest we do? What is the protocol? We need to report this to the council ASAP. And that's the end of the episode.
No! There was a lot of flirting though. I like this.
Wow.
Shortly after the wreckers were sent on their mission, Historia stands tall in front of the TBD monitors at the central control room. Displayed on the large screen he looms over like an obsession is a timeline thread in which another version of Historia's find themselves at the right moment but at the wrong time. This other Historias appears to be conversing with a blue boxy bot with red medical lines and a famous rescue bot insignia. He appears to be learning of this blue character's unique ability of teleportation, but unfortunately for the Historias in the monitor, a dark purple circle appears and he and his new friend are quickly murdered by Galaxy Wave. This dark, menacing figure spends their last scene dragging only the blue bot's corpse across the screen and back through the portal. This is when Historius slams his fist into the table below and storms off to Vector Prime's chamber. He busts open the door and quickly slams it shut behind him, startling the old Prime's recharging session.
Who goes there? It's very rude to wake a charging old bot, especially a Prime.
Now thee will listen here, ye old timer. I hate putting on that stupid accent, but Era insisted. Tell me how to defeat Galaxy Wave. I don't care about Unicron. I don't care about what happens to Team 1 and Team 2. I took you off your medications for a reason. And all you've given me is Scorchfire from Team 1 at some point in the future will be stranded in 716S2 timeline. And that it was urgent to send another team after them. Which I know hasn't happened yet, because Scorchfire and Smolder from Team 1 are currently hooked up to their dying friend Mantyx in the other room. And what was that stunt earlier where you told everyone on Team 2 about their deaths? Huh? What was that about?
I thought I did tell you.
Yes, and as you said, Galaxy Wave will fall to those who defeated him. But I want details, not riddles.
Who are you? How did you get in my room?
This was a useless conversation. You're lucky we still need you alive. I'll be sending a hive bot in shortly to get you back on your meds. You're more useful as a display piece than you are an oracle.
Frostfang here. Let's see what's going on next time on Transform and Roll Out.
And with that said, I'll need you to roll initiative because you're all in a Mexican standoff.
just jumping right into it.
Yes.
Sorry, I was taking notes. I'm trying to be the good player here so I don't forget. I'm like, okay, it's not a one shot. I actually have to remember what's happening.
Oh boy. Why did I say sword? I got 13.
13 misses.
Yeah, that checks.
As you swing and the sweep is lifting off the ground towards the helicopter.
Heights. My one disadvantage.
He had the high ground. You flip in the air and you land back on the ground.
Well, it could be worse.
You take 3 points of damage as you...
Oh, no, it was worse.
She's not actually Lee Guard.
That was such an evil cackle. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I know what the trailer's gonna have now.
I'm gonna sit over here and listen and have fun.